can I give you an example? So, let's say that I'm like I grilled some chicken breast, grill some asparagus, pair it with some arugula, some tomatoes, have a nice salad. That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Let's say like with that I have like a glass of red wine, and then like an hour goes by, The Bachelorette comes on. I want to watch that with another glass of wine, but it's a 2-hour show, so I probably have like another glass of wine and maybe like, depending on what kind of night it is, maybe another one. And my goal is to be trying to like lose weight or just to like feel better, and nothing's happening. Can you explain a little bit about like what the balance is between eating healthy and maybe having those couple extra glasses of wine?
Joe, you love the new Bachelor, don't you?
Oh, the new Bachelorette, it's sensational. I am absolutely in love with it. But I can't get sidetracked even talking about that right now. But
next episode.
Exactly.
So think about why are you drinking the wine, right? Like, 1, it's delicious, right? And then 2, it may be a strong habit because it's there. You open the bottle, it's there. And it's a thing that you've been doing repeatedly. And then, like, how do you feel? How do you feel that night? How do you feel in the morning when you have a little extra alcohol, right?
I feel great in the moment, and somewhat okay in the morning.
Right. And so it's like, is that working for you? Like, legitimately, is that working for you? Is that something that you want to continue? And what is the priority? You said maybe you gained a little bit of weight, I think.
I've gained the COVID-19, Alicia. It happened. I'm not apologizing for it. It's something that happened. I'd maybe like to try to like work towards fixing that. But at the same time, I am not upset with like my lifestyle I'm living. I still go on runs. I'm still, pretty active. But there are just nights where I'm like, man, like I can't not enjoy my wine or something. And yes, my gluten-free chocolate cake.
Right. So how often are you doing it? And then is there something you can do that's different that fulfills that, that comfort, that whatever you're getting from those foods? Is it literally just the food you're having, or is it some sort of comfort and like a psychological thing? Can you get that psychological benefit from something else by like having an awesome conversation with somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while? And then, are you eating and drinking in front of the tube?
Yeah, that's the majority of the hosting. That's the location.
Yeah, and so we don't really pay attention to what we're doing when we're watching the tube, right? We're just kind of like the monster. That's the monster part of us. That's what I call it, the monster part. Or the suboptimal brain, your choice. And so it's just really easy to be like, oh yeah, I'll have another glass of wine, because you're not like fully present of what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You're not like Joseph. You're going to pour a second glass of wine. And then after you finish it, you're like, Joseph, you finished the second glass of wine. Now you're pouring third glass of wine and finishing off the cake. It's not a conscious.
I don't want it to go bad, I mean, there are, people around the world who would just love a piece of cake, and
Yeah.
So
it's not about feeling bad, right? And it's not that you can't have it. It's just, is it working for you? Is that really, does it align with your values?
Mm-hmm.
It's like mindset, it's values. I think you said habits too, because one of the things for me growing up, my mom really instilled in me was, you have to finish everything on your plate.
Oh.
So as a kid, I couldn't get up off the table until everything was gone on my plate. Couldn't go out and play, whatever it was. So I got this mindset of like, I can't waste the food on my plate. Even though I'm full and no one else wants it, I got to eat it, right? So I had to like really dig deep into why I had that mindset. I think it came from childhood. So I don't need those extra calories. I don't have to finish the food on my plate, right? So I think habits has a lot to do with it too, like you said earlier, Alicia.
Absolutely. So habits, like, what do you do? And like, you could change at any moment. Let's change until the last page is turned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's more about like, yeah, your values, your habits, and what is something that you really want to keep going and to get you to the next thing.
I think the biggest takeaway from this episode and what you really, your superpower, Alicia, is you took control of your life and you really instilled that in others, in the patients that you work with. You help them control what they can control and forget the rest. And, that's awesome because you did that for yourself and you can teach others how to do that. I think if everybody takes control of how they eat, they're going to be better off as better people, not just healthier, but I think they're going to be better at business, better as a parent, whatever it is that they want to accomplish.
Exactly. Take control. And then the whole open-mindedness to, like, if you keep doing something and you're like a period of time goes by, like, I'm a big fan of when I work with clients and patients, like filling out this monthly health plan. And so even for entrepreneurs or your health or, like whatever your big thing is, reflecting monthly on like the big things that you're doing. And then that gives you a place and time to assess what's working and what's not working. And then you could just cancel at any time. Like, there's some like programs or I don't know, just like plugins or, what are you like paying for that you could cancel because you're not using it. It's not benefiting your business. It's not benefiting your health. And like all these things that we pay for and we say that we're going to utilize, and they're sitting on the shelf, like the books that we haven't read or the projects that we say we're going to complete, just face it. Like maybe you're not going to get there. And like, let it go, because it's those things that really like those are like bricks on top of us. Like, oh, I didn't do that. It's like, just face it, let it go, move on.
It's a great takeaway. So tell us how we can find you. Is there any workshops you're doing right now? How you take on clients? Like, what's the best way to do business with you?
I think calling me, emailing me, get on my email list and see what I'm about. I have a virtual meal planning workshop series going on right now. We're about halfway through. I'm planning on launching another virtual meal planning workshop series, have to say the whole thing through, in January. And I want it to be the next best thing. And so the workshop is all about building the foundation for your meal planning system. And so I go through like the benefits of protein and ideas for adding in your meal plan, carbohydrates with energy and fiber and the importance of those. And then non-starchy vegetables. And then we put it all together so that you have literally a foundation for your kitchen inventory and meal plan to continue to add in and keep that variety in, because a lot of people are eating a lot of chicken, they're eating a lot of the same stuff, and it's like that's cool that you have these like simple recipes, the go-tos, but like building in variety, because like just like an exercise plan, right? You follow an exercise plan for like 3 months, and then you need to build in variety to keep the muscles interested.
You plateau, and you lose interest. And if you lose interest in exercise or cooking, you're not going to do them.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. So building in variety, like in movement, in entertainment, in eating healthy, so that like the novelty doesn't wear off.